Hello and welcome
to the M&T podcast.
Brought to you by Ibiza Creative Club. That's Tiff's business, by the way. And if you haven't already, you should go and follow us. And if you need any social media, digital marketing,
all that jazz,
anything like that, give us a shout.
Wow, that was a good early plug. I mean, like, this pod's a semi-long one, but
lol.
But we talk about a bunch of stuff. We talk about your walk.
We talk a lot. Yeah, we talk about my walk. We talk about also what you're doing, sort of fitness-wise. It kind of gets onto a bit of
fitness.
We get onto a conversation a little bit about just sort of like goal setting and how to keep yourself accountable and stuff. I think it's quite good.
That's
I enjoyed
the chat. That's a good chunk of that.
We also answered a lot of questions, mainly from one person.
Yeah, that is true. And because we actually don't mention it in the pod, yes, I'm still dry. Bye!
Yes, she is. And there you go. We've covered that subject.
Done. See you in the episode!
See you in the episode.
Hello.
Hello, sunshine.
Well, that's the only sunshine there is.
Fuck me. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to whatever this episode is, of the M&T podcast. Brought to you, as ever, by Ibiza Creative Club this week.
Oh, this week. Yeah, just this week, Ibiza Creative Club.
Last week was a little fuck it heavy.
Oh, God.
This week, as much promotion as you like.
Oh, thank you.
For your cute little hobby that you have.
Fuck you. Let's start there, shall we?
Ibiza Creative Club. We make podcasts and do social media and stuff.
That's it. That's
all we need. Is that a good enough promotion?
Yeah, I reckon we can move on.
You happy with that?
Can we move on to the weather? We are British.
We are going to talk a lot about the weather, I think, on this pod.
No, we're not. We're going to address the fact that it's cold and we're going to move on.
Okay, address the weather and the temperature. I would actually say that this week's podcast is sponsored by my grandparents. We're both under a blanket that was knitted by my grandmother, and our feet are currently being warmed and kept off of the floor by Grampy's blanket that I very luckily inherited recently, because that's kept us alive over winter, I'm sure of it.
Calm down. It's a bit chilly today, that's what we're saying. But we are here with our coffees instead of a cold drink, because I couldn't handle making my insides cold.
Last week we kind of suggested that we might do one of your non-alcoholic martinis.
We even bought the ingredientes.
We did, but I can't face a cold drink.
No, can't face a cold drink. And we went for a walk this morning.
We went on a hike this morning.
To the highest point in Ibiza.
We were the highest people in Ibiza.
We probably were. You promised me a glorious sunrise.
Well, I'm well pissed off, right? Because obviously I'm doing a lot of these hikes and walks at the moment. So when there's a specific one that's maybe going up a hill that we haven't been up before, or to a view... I know that sounds shit, doesn't it? But like to a viewpoint or to make it worthwhile, I do check the weather and sort of I want to make sure that I pick good days, and especially days where you're going to come and join me. So I looked at the weather over the weekend, and the Apple weather app, which I'm now learning is shit lies, was telling me all week that Sunday, clear blue skies, would have been a great sunrise. And you were like, I'll come and join you for one of these. And so we went to the highest point of Ibiza. I can't remember the name of the mountain now, do you?
Talia something.
It's something. Well, I won't find out. But yeah, so we got up at crack of dawn this morning.
5:55.
5:55 alarm.
Yeah.
We got up, got out, drove over there. And it's rained and been cloudy and cold the whole time.
So thank you very much for bringing me out the house. I made a conscious decision to come on a hike with you rather than get up and work, for example. Yeah. So no, it was okay. It was a
nice hike. It was a good walk.
Yeah, it was a good walk. It was okay.
I'm really sorry.
That's okay. That's also okay. Would be also good for a sunset walk.
Would be, because
be smashing,
from the top where we got to, the viewpoint, basically, you can see all corners of the island. You can see the place that you'd go for a banging sunrise. Mm-hmm. You could see the place that you'd go for the best sunsets in the world.
Yeah.
It's a really everywhere.
Good spot. You couldn't see Esvedra.
Couldn't see Esvedra just from where we were. I'm sure if we walked a little bit further and round one of the sort of peaks, then you do get a great view of it. But yeah, good little walk that. I think my dad would enjoy that walk.
Maybe, yeah.
I think he would.
Tim might love that.
One for Tim.
But it's good. Like, how has your walking been this week? Update us on your progress on your one man, one tent, one island, whatever you've called it.
It's going well. Firstly, thank you. I've obviously said on the pod last week that I was going to be doing this challenge, and I will continue to put a link to the Just Giving page that I'm doing, because I am raising money for charity, and some people have donated, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I am going to be a better human being, and in future pods I'll give a shout out to people, because I am keeping a note of them, and I am grateful. I haven't yet had a chance to thank everybody, but raising a bit of money, it's going all right, and the walks are good. I'm just basically trying to make sure my legs are strong and capable.
Have you gone on any really hard ones recently, like walks, or are you not doing that yet? You've been putting weights in your bag, which is very good, in your rucksack.
I did.
But what about the toughness of the walk? Have you done any super hilly things, tough climbs?
The hardest walk, and I think it might be the hardest section that I have to do, is the 5 motherfuckers. I'm sure there's probably areas around sort of the north of the island that's maybe a little more rugged, a little bit more off the beaten track, but I'm pretty sure that section, the 5 motherfuckers, which is around the southwest of the island near Salinas.
Round to the airport, basically.
I am pretty sure that on its own is the hardest day.
Segment.
Because it's steep, and it's just as you've done one, you come down it, and then you've got to do another 5 times, believe it or not. That's hard, and I did that walk carrying 7 or 8 kilos in a backpack, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not only getting used to the walks, but getting used to how much I'll be carrying with me, obviously. And that's hard, but I can do it. It's the thing about going day after day after day. It's the consecutive days. That's what I'm working up towards. I'm not doing that at the moment because I don't want to just knacker myself out for no reason, but I am going to need to up the consistency. So watch this space. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Nice. Well, yeah, it's been good for you, I think.
How about you? What are you up to at the moment in terms of health, fitness, anything?
I'd randomly running now. Don't know why.
Random runs.
Random.
She's got the random runs.
I've just randomly started running again. I am just trying to be consistent throughout the whole year, rather than what I normally do, which is like 6 days training from November through to April. Well,
6 days training between November and April.
No, a week.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do most years. Is like go on a 6-day training program between November and April, and then
switch
off. And then do Sweet FA in summer. And instead, I'm going for more consistent vibes this year, and I just want to do at least. Right now, I'm giving myself the target of 2 workouts a week, and I think that is consistent. I've been doing 3 workouts a week the past couple of weeks, so I know I'm trying to make it more sustainable than I have in the last few years of being here.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we're at that point of the year where you would usually dial right up.
Yeah.
And instead of dialing right up, you're already thinking longevity. So you're actually doing less now than you usually would, but that's because you're already thinking, well, 3, 4, 5 months from now, I want to be able to still be doing what I'm doing. Which I think is what a lot of people forget. I think so many of us go one extreme or the other, because you could dial up and go, I'm going hell for the leather right now, but actually you're already thinking of the long game.
Yeah, it's partly that, and then partly because like there's so much other shit going on that I don't have the willpower, because you only have a certain amount of willpower and you use it on a bunch of different stuff every day.
It's a muscle, isn't it? It gets tired.
Yes, and so your willpower runs out. So you've got to have other things other than willpower, and so there's a lot of other stuff going on. Work is busy, blah blah blah, and my brain will probably not cope with 6 days strength training, which I used to do, and work and life.
think it's so important to sort of recognise these things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you could look at things and go, well, I've got all of the, like I say, you're busy with all sorts of other things going on in your life right now, but a lot of people probably right now are looking at things and going, I'm high on motivation, I'm maybe high on time as well, and goals, and I'm seeing results or something, so you throw everything at it. And I think we're both learning a lot through sort of the podcasts that we listen to and the things that we watch and the things that we read and our general sort of experience of these sorts of things. But not going hell for leather just because you feel like you can is actually probably quite a good thing, because it's got to be sustainable, whatever you're doing.
I don't think I could go hell for leather either now.
No.
I'm more likely to up the training and maybe get back. Like, I'm not feeling outside training right now, like gym training in the dark. I don't know why. It does not. But I'll go for a run in the dark. So yeah, there's something, my brain's just not. I think I'm like putting off going back and lifting weights. Probably.
I feel the same. And actually,
but then when I do it, I'm well good at it.
This is my answer to a question that we've got coming up in the pod, but I might as well just cover it now.
Is this Kirby's question?
Kirby's question.
What are you putting off?
Yeah, Kirby's question, which was brilliant, and we had it last week, but we wanted to sort of give it a little bit more time and attention. What are you currently putting off right now?
Going back in the gym.
You think that's
definitely?
Yeah?
I'm not. It's funny because I'm not putting it off by not doing anything. I'm still running.
It's good.
For
You're doing
half hour.
something.
Like I'm still like doing 2 to 3 just like 5Ks a week. And I could go in the gym and do deadlifts for that amount of time. But I'm definitely putting it off. And I don't know why. But it's quite funny.
Do you think it's
But I have made a plan.
You have.
I just remembered.
You are creating a plan. Before you tell us about that, let me ask a question. So do you think... No, I don't know what that question is. Forget it. Don't worry. Tell us about your plan.
Welcome to your brain.
That's my brain. I had a question. Then we talked about something for 3 seconds and I forgot my question.
Yeah. I've basically decided to do like an 8-week thing until birthday week. So I've got 2 weeks to draw up my own plan that I am happy with. And that is going to be a mix of strength and keeping up the running, I think. But I have the capabilities of writing my own gym plan. I just tend not to. But I'm going to do it and do the things I enjoy doing, and do an 8-week out from our birthday week.
How are you going to hold yourself accountable to that?
I don't know.
Because you, like you've just said, you are more than capable of writing your own plan. You've been a PT. You're a licensed PT.
Yeah.
But you work, we've talked about this before, you work well having a coach and somebody who keeps you accountable. Now, you're not going to use a coach.
No.
So what is your how are you going to hold yourself accountable to A, create that plan, and then B, stick to it over an 8-week period with nobody holding you accountable?
Christ, okay.
Just a question, like, what's your thought? What's your plan?
I've been using some different apps recently for accountability. There's one called Way of Life, which I love. And you basically tick whether you did it or you didn't on that day. And I've got in there my Spanish, my exercise, and my 10,000 steps. And I might use that for my accountability. I always have different backgrounds on my phone at different times of year. And right now, I've kind of done this little disappearing mode of on social media, and my second background on my phone says disappear for a while. And it reminds me that I don't want to post on Instagram, and I don't want to, every time I do Strava my runs because I want to time it and stuff. But like I turned off my thing there. People get notifications about when I've done some exercise. Like I don't share my weight loss or whatever on my stories. I'm not sharing anything on personal social media at the moment. Like I'm just doing this little thing where I disappear for a bit. Not everywhere. Like I've been out and seen friends and stuff because I don't want to like disconnect from people. But I think I need that's one less thing to worry about or thing to do or thing to log and track or put on social media, which gives me more willpower on the other bits. Does that make sense?
It does. I just think it's really interesting that your way of holding yourself more accountable is to intentionally and deliberately not hold yourself accountable to anybody else.
Well, yeah, I'm not putting...
You're like, it's not on your story. So some people might be like, I've got to
But that increases the pressure. And I think what I don't need is the pressure.
There's a difference,
I
isn't
have
there,
always
between...
been seen as this, like, she is fitness.
She is discipline.
And yeah, I do a lot of... I normally post a lot of stuff like skipping or my deadlifts or whatever. And it always just like... It's always like... You always get those questions when you're out. And you're always like, this is you. You are... What I used to be was that fitness journey. You are that person. And I'm not that person anymore. But I still want to be able to do stuff. And I just think I've just said, fuck it. Like, I'm going to do it in the opposite way. By not showcasing
Fuck it, another sponsor of the pod.
Shut up.
There you go. Didn't take long, did it?
Yeah, so yeah. I'm just going to crack on.
It's kind of nice, isn't it? That you're literally doing it just for you.
Yeah.
It's not going on the gram. It's not going on apps. It's because listening to sort of what you're saying there, it's funny how you became, to a lot of people, the girl that does skipping.
Yeah.
It's funny how quickly you can become sort of known as a person who does something purely based on what you put on social media.
Yeah.
Like, I think I saw once that if you want to reinvent yourself on social media, you can do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
If you post 10, 20 posts in a row that are about a particular subject,
That's
boom,
you
you've
now.
become known as the person that does
exactly.
that. But like you say, and I think it's an interesting point, is the difference between being held accountable or being under pressure.
Yeah.
And when you're under pressure, it can go one of both ways. You can either work well under pressure, or it can be enough to make you go, I don't actually enjoy this. I don't want to do this. Now I'm doing this for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Whereas being accountable, especially to yourself, it's more about the journey that you're going on.
Yeah,
And
I'm logging the things that I do, but I'm not like sharing that stuff. Like I'm being accountable, and this plan's going to be awesome. I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be awesome. And yeah, see you on my birthday, folks.
Yeah,
Talking about Great Friday.
Great Friday.
Yeah, is my birthday.
It's the Friday before Easter.
Yeah, it's Great Friday.
It's not Good Friday, is it?
No, it's Great Friday.
Fucking Great Friday.
And on the night before, Sven Vath is playing at Akasha. So if anyone wants to come out for Easter, hey.
The thing is, that's 3 days before I go out on my walk.
Yeah.
For charity.
Yeah. My birthday's Great Friday.
So I'm going to consider that birthday week and weekend as carb loading.
Oh yeah.
I'm carb
There's carb
loading.
in beers.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get what you mean about the sort of the accountability and the pressure. There's been a lot of people who have got hold of me about how I'm going to document and share what I'm doing on my 10 days of walking around the island.
Have you decided?
I really do think I'm leaning towards especially during the week, I'm not really going to do anything.
That's good.
Because I am also using it as an opportunity to kind of just go off grid a little while. I'm just going to go off radar. You'll know where I am. You'll know I'm safe. And I've said that I'm going to share with you a couple of pictures from the day.
Yeah.
You'll be able to track where I am. There's a link that I can share that people can live track me and stuff. So you'll see what I'm doing. But I don't want it to be an opportunity to go, oh, here's a video up on YouTube, here's my story, here's a reel, what I did today. I might do something after.
Yeah, I think that would be good to do after.
But I've had a few people that are like, you should totally vlog, daily vlogs about what... And I'm like, that adds pressure to what I'm doing.
It adds not only the weight and the pressure, it adds literal weight onto what you have to carry around.
I can't afford to be
with
carrying
batteries and cameras and all of that.
Exactly. I'm going to have to be charging stuff already, and I don't know how I'm going to do that, let alone bloody cameras, tripods.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need that.
So no.
Plus, if you ever vlog people hiking, you have to go set up the camera, then run back, then walk past it, then go back and get it. And I
have ended up going down these weird YouTube rabbit holes of watching people who are hikers.
Yeah.
And they put up these beautiful, like, solo hike, 10 days lost in Yosemite. And they're gorgeous. And then you go, when you're a video maker like we are, a lot of people, you have to remember this, a lot of people watch that and they just take it in as it is.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful video of this guy hiking.
Yeah.
You only have to have made a few videos to realise, well, if you've done that on your own, that camera angle you had to set up, walk back down the hill, and then walk up the hill, and then stop the camera. And
those nice nighttime time lapses of like camping on top of a hill, and the video is like miles away, it seems.
Miles away
like
from
you've
his
had
tent,
to go set up your tent, then go set up the camera, however far away that is,
Mm-hmm.
then go back and like sleep and stuff and leave the hyperlapse running or whatever you're doing. Then wake up and hope your camera's still there and go and like take it down and stuff, like all of that jazz. Like it's effort.
I have a huge amount of respect and admiration for people that do it, but I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
My story I'll probably update every now and again, but that's about it.
Yeah, I've been very much a document everything with my fitness journey for years. And I'm going to try it the other way around.
Yeah, go silent.
Go silent.
Just disappear.
Go silent and then turn up looking fit in summer. That's my plan.
Have the wow factor and the shock factor where people go,
first boat day,
Christ,
toodaloo.
you really did go off radar. Yeah.
So thanks, Kirby. I think I'm going to sort my gym shit out.
Do you know what my first answer to his question of what are you currently avoiding was going to be, but yesterday we got it done, my UK tax return.
Oh, God, that is true. We did do it together.
Really boring.
Oh, yeah.
But I had been...
UK people, get your self-assessment in.
If you haven't yet, the clock is ticking. Get your tax assessment in.
Oh, God, we're bored. How old are we?
This pod's changed, hasn't it?
It has changed. What else is going on in life?
I'm just... Not much. There's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
A fair bit of working.
Yeah, so much working.
The business is ticking along. Do you want to give a little update on the business? How is Ibiza Creative Club? Give it a plug. Come on. It pays for all this shit.
I'm so bad at this. It is doing really well. But yeah, it's doing really well. Well, we're up on this from last year.
We are up on last year.
Yeah, I'm really hard at saying this kind of stuff.
You're very good at just cracking on. I think it's what makes you very good at what you do, and it's why people are drawn to you and people like working with you so much. I've actually just recently been going through all of our reviews on Google, and the amount of people that just mention your work ethic and your attention to detail and the fact that you're helping their business grow in so many ways, not just social media, it shows how good you are, but you are shit at talking about it.
Really. I think I said before, I was out and someone asked me what I did, and I was like, well, I kind of, I basically have like a social media agency, and then I get corrected, and you're like, you literally have a business. You have a social media
got people on the books
business. And I'm just like, okay, sorry. Which is quite funny, and it's just... I wouldn't say it's imposter syndrome-y, but it is just that thing of people don't big themselves up, and that happens with lots of people.
Well, I'll be your cheerleader forever.
Thank you.
The business is going great. We've just started recently introducing other new services that we can offer, like branding and logo design.
Oh yeah,
and
we're
stuff,
smashing that, which I'm well excited about. Yeah, we're doing lots. Like we're building websites, we're doing lots of branding, which is fun because we're basically like making what a company is how they're going to present themselves to the world.
People
and that's
write at
well exciting.
Yeah.
And so then that leads on to things like websites and then writing and then blogging and then socials and content creation. So like it's all kind of this, you start here and like it could go any direction. And that's cool.
I feel like your eyes light up and I can really see your excitement when it is a client or a potential client where we're going to be with them from day dot.
Yeah.
Where people go, I've got an idea. I think I've got a company going. I think I've got a really cool product. I now need to get started and I need the world to know who I am. You love getting involved at that stage.
I do love that. There are also elements of that which are tough because at that stage, you don't know, like as a business owner, when you're small, you don't know what direction you're going in. And you change your mind every other Tuesday. And then you're like, cool, we'll make that change. Cool, we're going to make that change. And like, it is fun because actually we get it on more like businessy chats with those people. And like, hey, have you thought about doing this? And like our ideas spark. But it can be very like you sometimes have to get together and put the blinkers on and go, hey, we need to do this. And that helps them and that helps us. But it is really exciting. I do enjoy it.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is fun.
Do you think there is room potentially that Ibiza Creative Club could sort of have like almost like a business consultancy kind of arm? Because I do find that I think that people maybe come to us because they've seen that we're quite good at putting together social media plans and logo design and stuff like that, and you're good at writing and just getting a website built.
Yeah.
But so many clients also, I think, gravitate towards us for that reason, but then also love to chat with us about, well, we've got this idea for the business. What do you guys think? And
we do a lot of that, actually, with like clients that we already have, and just I like sitting with people and chatting through their stuff. Like
just hearing
I
about
do
their
these
business.
little 15-minute sessions with people for free, and then like which helps them like get some clarity, which is fun. And then they might come back with some more ideas and we'll chat again, and then they might need something or like branding and we'll go again, and like it's cool. It's good to hear about people's ideas and like then help them grow. And yeah, I do think, especially like from you, like you could really help with people's business growth and like it's not the organization, that's not what I'm looking for. It's like processes, operating procedures, like all of that kind of stuff that people do not. We've done that actually for a client and started putting their standard operating procedures together for their entire business. So yeah, it's something that we already have dipped our toe in. We haven't just fully like dived in.
We do a lot more than I think what it
says on the tin.
We do a lot more than what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I'm going to change the camera.
So that's Ibiza Creative Club.
Well, I think it's good to talk about it because I don't think a lot of people truly understand what it is that Ibiza Creative Club does.
And they definitely understood it from that last 4 minutes of
4
conversation.
minutes of chat, done, completed it.
Yeah, we properly sorted that out. But
I'm going to do the camera.
Yeah, you said that.
Are we getting into questions? We've still got a lot of questions.
We've got so many questions.
Through.
I think we should get into some questions. But while you're doing the camera, I have to say that I had a message from a certain Alice Clayton this week who didn't know what Eric Prid's opus was and therefore played the song until 3 minutes 14. And it turns out that it's not and it turns out there's not 3 minutes 14 to the drop. It's 3 minutes 44.
Oh, so it was the other way around. Yeah.
She was let down at 3 minutes 14.
Oh, what? Did she just turn it off and go, well, that's shit? Because if you wait 30 seconds longer, you get the drop of all drops. So I'm sorry we were wrong. That's terrible.
She actually messaged me and said, podcast feedback, I did my homework, and in fact, it's 3 minutes 44.
Okay, so I got the seconds the wrong way around.
And then it was, no wonder Matt took 5 attempts to get it right.
Oh, cheers, Alice. Always a pleasure. I hear you want to, come out here in Easter. Not to my house, you're not.
She does. She wants to come to Spain. Leave her alone. So that was just some podcast feedback that we got. And I think you got some feedback too, no?
Feedback?
Podcast message.
Podcast? What do you mean?
You got a podcast message.
I did. Sorry.
Right.
Yes. My mistake. Yes.
I literally had to show him it on my phone.
I should have the note open.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Right, where is it?
Oh, dear.
Keep talking. I'm looking.
We like podcast feedback, so if you are listening, do make sure to message us somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Instagrams, the grams.
I can't even find the
note.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'll read it, shall I?
Yeah.
It said, hey, mate, my name is Mohammed.
Got it. This is a person, Mohammed. He's been in touch with the pod for a while.
Yeah, a good while.
Just always listened and sent little messages and stuff. And so, he sent a message the other day and said, first, I would like to thank you guys for the podcast. I enjoy all the Ibiza-based topics. I can listen for hours and I'm a fan of the longer form. We'll see whether we stick with that or not.
We'll see where this goes, yeah.
After being a visitor for 16 years, I moved in last month to Ibiza and I'm enjoying everything about the island, especially the winter time. The hikes around the island, discovering new caves, places, cafes. Totally agree about the uniqueness of Ibiza comparing to other Balearic islands. My fuck it moment, which we did ask for people to send through their fuck it moment. Most of my life has been fuck it decisions. The last one was quitting my full-time job and starting my own online business, and of course moving to Ibiza.
Nice. Good on
you. Yeah, good for you, Mohammed.
I love fuck it moments. Keep messaging us your fuck it moments because it's good to hear that other people are slightly crazy too.
I was listening back to our pod from last week where we did invite people to send us their fuck it moments, and I think I mentioned that it's sort of when when someone does something that's a bit crazy, and then when they look back at it and they say it's one of the best things I ever did, I just think it helps people go, you know, what I'm dreaming about, what I think I could do, it is potentially possible because somebody else has done it. And also, the more fuck it moments we share, the more people will go and be brave and do shit that they want to do.
Like, if you don't say fuck it and you don't do it, you're always just going to wonder. And if it doesn't work out, fine. Like, it doesn't work out. You could go and do something else or try something else.
What do you think happens if it goes wrong? I think people put so much weight on, well, if I make that decision, I can never make another decision again.
Yeah,
like,
but
I choose that fork in the path. Well, guess what? That path, if it doesn't go right, there'll be another fork.
Yeah.
So you can, like...
make a decision, yeah.
We said it when we moved here, like, if all else fails, there'll be other options.
Yeah.
You know, nothing actually terrible can really happen.
We can get, inverted commas, real jobs.
Well, yeah, you could.
You know?
Like, you could. Yeah, there's always options, and I just think I would hate to think that you get to a point in your life where you go, my biggest regret is that I didn't take those sorts of risks and stuff, because, like you say, you can always fix them if they don't go great.
True that. Nice.
So, are we going into questions?
Yeah.
I think we got a few that were left over from
we've got so many,
week.
And you got some new ones.
So Wes sent in 3 last week, and we did his light question and we did his medium question.
Yes,
but we didn't do his heavy question. His heavy question was, how close are you to realising your full potential?
I don't think anyone is that close. I feel like...
Do you think there's anyone on the planet that you look at and you admire and you go, they are fulfilling their full potential? There's got to be someone.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I feel like you've got people like... the people like coaches that are like big time coaches, and that is their, like Gary V, for example. He's not a coach, but I just thought about him. And like Mel Robbins, like people like that who are doing the thing that they have been born to do. Like, those people have like carved a path, they're smashing it. I know Gary V's like never ending, and he keeps going, but he is consistently striving to be at his full potential and not settling. And I think that's as close as you can get, is striving towards it, rather than, I don't think anyone's at their full potential and sitting there.
It depends on what you define as full potential as well. Like, is full potential changing the world, or is it changing your life, or is it changing yours
it's your
and
full potential.
Yeah, but your potential could be to change the world. Your potential could be to make... It depends on what you believe your potential to be.
Well, yeah,
right?
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question. That's why he said this.
I don't think
heavy.
I'm that close. I think there's always more.
I think there's always more. I think we are inherently, and by we I mean human beings, we are inherently very good at being easy on ourselves. We give ourselves breaks, we cut ourselves slack, quite rightly, because we, as a... I think,
that was you cutting yourself slack on that.
but as a species, like we've evolved to keep ourselves comfortable. That's how we grew to become safe and to have people around us and find a place where we're comfortable. But by doing that, odds are you are probably cutting back your potential, because a lot of people will settle for a good life rather than strive for a great life, just because good is comfortable.
Yeah, but that's, like, I think that's necessary. Imagine if every single person on this planet was trying to change the world. Oh, fuck, that would be annoying.
Well, that's why we're not supposed to.
That would be annoying, though, wouldn't it? If everyone around us was like...
And there is a place in the world for everyone, whether you're someone who is just... Because some people are perfectly happy carrying on in a safe, comfortable, what they potentially could call average life.
But maybe
if they're happy,
maybe that's their full potential, because they're happy.
Exactly. I mean, if it depends. I mean, there's a difference between, say, your potential and your ambition. If your ambition is, I don't want to rock the boat, I just want to enjoy these few years that I've got on this planet, just like happy with those around me, and sure, you're not fulfilling your potential, because potentially you could go out there and do something that, like I say, changes the world or has a big impact on things. But if your ambition is then good for you to just fulfill your ambition of just being happy, comfortable. I don't want a six-pack. I don't want to be a CEO. I don't want
bread rolls.
Well, exactly. Like, if that's what you want and that's what makes you happy, good for you. Having said that, back to the question: how close are we to fulfilling our potential?
Nowhere near, mate.
I believe that we could both do more. I definitely believe I could do more. I think very highly of you, and I think that you're awesome.
Thank you, but I could be better.
You could.
I could be better, yes, and I
well,
strive to be better.
But at what cost? And I think that's the thing. At what cost? Because you could strive to do this, and this, but if you're not then present in the moment and enjoying what you have going on in your world right now, is it worth it?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I could grow my business like quickly,
like a maniac,
but it would be at the detriment of every other part of my life, my life, my health, my relationships, my friends. Like, I haven't moved to Ibiza to live in my office.
No.
And I could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like, definitely. And there's been days recently that I have from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. been working. And
we've been saying that now is the time where you probably can throw a bit more at that. Because, like you say, we didn't choose to live in Ibiza to sit in an office, but right now, cold, bit miserable, nothing's open.
I'm quite happy
really
to
here,
do that now.
Then you can. But we're already sort of paving the way for later on in the year where actually, no, I want to live and enjoy being here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So you go through peaks and troughs, don't you? And you go through waves of it. But
yeah. That leads on to, I think, was it one of Jade's questions? Like, what's your strangest habit behind closed doors? I mentioned this at the end of the pod last week, like after we'd stopped recording, because one of my bad habits is like getting up to work all day and not moving and like forgetting to brush my hair or shower and you just like feed me coffees. And that's probably my strangest weird habit, is just getting up and literally going from the bedroom to wherever my office is set up at the time.
It is quite a strange habit, but it's back down to your work ethic. You know that you work really well first thing in the morning. I think you actually said the words the other day to me, like, oh, like, I wish it was dark again because I get on with work.
I work better in the dark.
You work better, and it's not that you work better in the dark. You work better when nobody else is up.
I think that's true for everyone. Everyone is going to be able to concentrate more when nobody else is awake and messaging them.
You do smash out your best work between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m.
Yeah, potentially earlier, but yeah, like that kind of time works really well for me. The whole like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. has been doing well recently, just because I can focus on one thing.
Yeah.
That's quite good. I've also set up like awesome work focuses on my phone where only certain notifications get through. That has helped me massively in the past 3 weeks. Really
big advocate for those settings.
And so that's been good for me. But yeah, I do have that weird habit of like getting up, working and not doing any other life. Like, I don't do any other life. It's awful. It's really bad. I know it is, but
it's only at the moment. And this
that's
is the thing.
True.
That's I do appreciate that. Also, that's my role. That I
look after me.
Step away, just for a minute. Step away from the desk, just for a minute.
Or you bring coffee. You bring sustenance to the desk.
I bring coffee and snacks. I would just sort of put you on an IV, and then I could leave you be.
That would be awesome.
Like a
is that possible?
Human version of cruise control. I could just go, there you go. That'll keep her going for the next 6
I don't want to
hours.
be in cruise control. I want to reach my full potential, Matthew.
Okay, more caffeine then.
All the caffeine!
My strangest habit behind closed doors, I talk to myself.
Oh, God.
Do you, when you're... Yours is all about, oh, look how hard I work.
No, I didn't want mine to be like that. But okay, what do you talk to yourself about?
I don't really know, but I had a thought about this. It's like, I don't really know what I do when I'm on my own that I wouldn't usually do. But I do talk out loud in a house when I'm in a house on my own. I can't tell you what about. Maybe I may start making notes about conversations that I've had with myself.
Oh, God.
But I do think that if you set up cameras in here and you were to watch, what does Matt do when he's here on his own?
That's just weird.
He does talk to himself.
I know. It's not a strange habit. It's just something that I find really funny to watch when I'm sat working in the lounge, which I have been doing recently, is you just moving the plants around consistently. They do not stay still. Because you put them where the sun's coming through the window. But that means they move with the sun. And that is fucking hilarious to watch.
If you time-lapsed, actually. Especially here, because we've got this one...
Funny.
I know, I do know what you mean. I spend all day. And I'll move them just a few inches.
Yeah.
And then about an hour later, I'll move them another.
And I watch it from my little corner over here. And that is
Do
really
you like
funny
having
to
plants
watch.
in the house?
I don't like plants.
Okay, cool. But you were supposed to say yes.
Oh,
and then I was supposed to say... Do you like them being healthy and alive and looking good?
So I ruined your line of questioning.
Yeah.
Do you like having plants in the house? Do you like them looking healthy and good? Well, then you do you, love.
Thanks, darling.
You do you.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, I ruined that. I don't like plants.
Do you know what? Actually, no, this is another question we've got from somebody else. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm just going to... We've got... Shut up.
What are you, a fucking owl?
Fuck off. You're annoying me now. Let's just... I think we should just smash through some of these
Quick
questions.
fires.
So we just go like quick fire.
Go on then.
If you could eat any vegetable ever, only one, for the rest of your life, what
Potatoes.
do you choose? Always potato.
What other vegetable would you choose? If you choose anything else but potato, you're a fucking idiot and you
If
should
somebody
unfollow
picks
and fuck
anything...
off.
Yes. Yeah. That's how serious I am about this. If somebody has got any other... Maybe we're wrong.
Top 3 potato, ways of prep. Go.
Mash, dauphinoise,
obviously.
Vodka.
I didn't expect that, but that was amazing. But what about, firstly, potato waffles, then...
Potato smileys?
and then
You're such a child.
Roast potatoes, though. You're
do
missing
like a
out on
roast
that.
one, yeah.
But I do appreciate the vodka there.
See, chips, crisps.
Top 3 potatoes.
And this is why...
You just like a good jacket, to be fair.
I do love a good jacket. Bit of butter, cheese, beans. Wonderful.
Oh.
I would like to know if anybody's got anything other than potato as their one vegetable for the rest of their life.
Are there any other good vegetables?
Put them in the comments. Let us know, because you're wrong. But by all means, fight your corner. Fight your corner. Moving on. Who's more likely to do a skydive?
Me.
Absolutely, 100%. That was from Megan. Megan, I will never do a skydive. It's one of those
where... You don't like heights.
There's two things that are these sort of like lifetime experiences that always have the potential that someone will buy for you on your 40th birthday or something. Oh, I've got you a skydive. I won't do it. Or I've got you going in a cage with sharks. Not obviously with sharks.
But you love sharks.
I love watching documentaries about sharks.
You're shit scared of sharks.
Shit scared. If somebody went, we just think this would be really like such a life moment for you. You're going to go out and be in a cage around great white sharks. Fuck off. I'm not even getting on the boat.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cancels.
What would you do if you had an identical twin for one day?
Oh, mess up everyone.
How?
Confuse just confuse the shit out of everyone. Be in 2 places at once, literally.
You've only got them for one day, and I guess, you would just have... The potential is huge, isn't it?
I would FaceTime someone while I was with them, the other person, the other twin, and then really freak people out.
You'd FaceTime someone?
No, do you know what I mean though?
Fucking hell, calm down, Tiffany.
If I was sat with you and you were getting a FaceTime from me, I'd be like...
I would spend 2 hours...
2 hours.
Perfecting a Tweedledee Tweedledum routine. Where we sort of do the bouncing off our head.
Bouncing off your...
Yeah, you know. And then, go and then perform it somewhere.
Wow.
I think everyone's answer to that is freak people out.
Yeah, probably.
Because twins are freaky, let's be honest.
So are Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah. That's the route I was going down.
Interesting. Would you have the little hats with the little things on top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
cool,
little,
I don't know why they have that on top, but they're interesting.
That's a funny film, isn't it?
Weird film.
Maybe one pod we should just review
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland.
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Yeah.
I actually can't believe it was
I
allowed.
always
Because
say...
if you actually know what's going on in that film, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's well fucked up.
And
But
kids love
I do
it.
like seeing the moon when it's really thin, and because I always call it a Cheshire Cat moon.
You do.
Because I am ready for it.
Here's a question. Is that your favourite type of moon?
Yeah.
If you could choose...
Cheshire Cat moon.
Cheshire Cat moon.
Yeah. And if no one knows what that is...
It's like a...
It's just like
waning
a crescent.
It's a
crescent.
waxing crescent. I don't know.
But I always turn my head to face the way it is, and then imagine that it turns into the Cheshire Cat face and comes round.
You do. You always line up your face and think, oh, it's smiling, don't you? Yeah. That was only a few days ago that you did that.
Yeah, true.
Right. Staying on the quick fire, and I'm throwing them at you because you did a lot of questions.
I did,
for me.
yeah.
So,
Good podcast, love.
I know. This is great content.
Crikey
for a podcast.
O'Reilly.
I should have had these ready.
Yeah, really.
What would you rather speak any language or be able to talk to animals?
Speak any language. That is my superpower. If I had a superpower, that's what it'd be.
100%.
Love it.
Forget being able to fly.
I'm
or time
basically,
travel.
I'm doing my Spanish, so you know.
What's the most disgusting thing you've ever eaten?
Foie gras. Hate it. Then I hate knowing how it's made. Is that right? The thing that they stuff down a goose?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Pate's a bit fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's messed up too. But
I
foie
actually
gras
quite
is
like
horrible.
pate, but if you think for a second... Like,
I've not eaten anything super weird. Not eating like an eye of anything. We're not in the jungle, are we?
I have eaten a snail once, but I was so drunk I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Good times. These quickfires, by the way, are all coming from Chantel.
Oh,
She
nice.
sent way too many questions,
Okay.
but I love them.
At least we have the questions. Go.
Right. Where do you see yourself in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years?
Here.
Honestly, when I first read that, I like here, still making it up. Having a plan that far in advance, I
10
think
years?
is irresponsible.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the day.
Well, you do. We're having a roast and we're watching the football.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What one phrase do you wish you could say to more people, but you don't?
A phrase? You can't just tell people to fuck off.
Yeah. What is one phrase?
I don't want to do that. Like, turning down plans, probably.
How about just no?
That's a complete sentence, isn't it?
It is a complete sentence. So maybe you wish that you could say no to more people.
Yeah.
Stop pleasing people. What pet hate do you have about me that you wish you could eradicate?
A pet hate about you?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know how much noise you're making.
Okay.
Like-
Elaborate.
Like, especially in the mornings, actually. Because you wake up about an hour and a half after I do.
So why is it a problem that I make noise?
No, it's not. No, it's not noise you're making like round the house. It's noise in you, like loud yawns and like your waking upness. And like, you know, when you wake up, you're sometimes a bit like sniffly. I don't think you realise when I'm sat here working and you're sat on the sofa like just having coffee and getting yourself like. I don't think you realise how much noise you make.
Okay. Well done for getting that out and off your chest. Does it feel better?
No, because I feel like there's gonna
I
be
can't wait.
there's gonna be ramifications.
Cannot wait for tomorrow morning. Cannot wait. The noise coming out of me is going to be godly.
What about me?
I wish you just put fucking lids on things, Tiffany.
Oh yeah,
You don't know. Do you know what it is that you do? You rest lids on top of things.
No, I do.
No,
I do twist
stop it. I didn't interrupt. Well, apparently I make lots of noise. I didn't interrupt that. I let you have your little moment. Listen to me. You rest lids on things. Jars, bottles. So you could be fooled into thinking the lid's on that. I have had to learn and adapt and evolve.
You've evolved as a human.
Shut up. That I cannot lift anything in this house by the lid because odds are you've just rested it on top. Drives me fucking insane.
Okay.
Good question, Chantel. Thanks for that one. What movie do you wish you could see for the first time again?
Can I guess yours?
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Oh, I'd love to go through
Or
that experience
Avatar.
again. All that. Definitely Jurassic Park, though. I'm going to go down that route. The first time I watched that, we as a family, I'll always remember this. Dad rented it from the local video store.
Oh.
And he was at the top of our road.
Yeah.
And it was just was VHS.
Is that what Mr. Kebab is now?
No, next door to them. the dry cleaners at the top of my parents' road. Used to be a little video shop. And he rented it from there. And we went home, and it was movie night as a family. And we put the sofa in front of the TV. We moved the sofa in the living room to be in front of the TV.
Wow.
And we sat as a four on the big sofa. And I spent about 50% of that movie with my face buried into my dad's shoulder because I was shitting myself.
Oh.
But that's like 97, 98. So I was like 10, 11 years old. And it's quite scary. I'd quite like to experience that again. Fair. It's why when the new Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies came out as an adult, I fucking loved going to watch those because I was just a kid again. Nice. It's like, I love dinosaurs. Fucking love dinosaurs. I really wish they'd crack on and just make it true.
I don't think you do.
I
don't
really
think
do.
you
understand
the ramifications.
I would go to Jurassic Park / World, and I would hope that it all goes to shit.
Okay, cool.
I've seen the movies. I know how to survive.
Yep.
Make friends with a velociraptor. Completed it, mate.
Okay.
What's yours?
You were supposed to guess. I guess yours.
Oh,
wow.
If you could, it's going to be something either a musical or Disney-esque.
I was thinking Harry Potter's.
Interesting.
Going through them again.
Yeah.
Not the first one. The acting's awful.
Oh, fucking kids. I'm not going home.
Not really.
Fuck off, Harry. Don't come back.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Fuck off.
Oh, God.
Do you have any regrets, personal, professional, or as a couple? I have a regret. Being in a couple.
That's really hard. No, because it's like it's like what people say about the things that happen in your life. Like, if anything would have been different, we wouldn't be here right now. So no.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in not regretting things. Of course, at the time, you might go, "Oh, fuck, I regret that." But you have to. You can only look forward. You can only create a path after something happens. And of course, life might have been, you might think better, but it would certainly be different. And yeah, it might mean that you're not here doing what it is that you're doing now, and hopefully you're enjoying what is happening in the present. So
there you go.
No, you can't really have regrets.
No.
What brings you the most joy in your life?
Good food.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with good food.
Like really good food.
sleep.
Does that bring you joy? Like,
no, yeah, I guess you don't wake up and go, I'm so joyful.
Having a good night's sleep versus like those churros we had in Madrid, like, and those burgers, like you have to weigh it up against something else. I think having a good night's sleep. I'm not like giddy.
Yeah, you don't wake up and go, fuck, that was good.
Yeah, but after that burger, I'm pretty sure I said, fuck, that was good.
A good food experience is just a little moment of joy, isn't it?
That is a good... Yeah, and then like little moments of joy. Like, oh no, that's food related too. I was like, just like finding the last lint ball.
Yeah.
And that's a little moment of joy.
Yeah. When you open the cupboard and you go, oh, I forgot I bought that pack of sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That and a bit of like a crescendo moment at a gig that you love.
True. That's when you normally
Those are
cry.
moments of joy. Yeah, like the moments in music that bring tears to your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
Which
one.
apparently not everyone gets.
No.
The effect of music giving you goosebumps is apparently something not all humans experience.
Interesting. So we are a goosebump. Both of us are goosebumpy.
Yeah, like especially new music, maybe the first time you hear it, but there are songs that have been out for years and years and years that you hear all the time and they still have that sort of impact. And those are little moments of joy.
There you go. Nice.
Nice. If you could give your 18-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
What was I doing at 18?
Fuck knows.
I was working at Centre Parks, I reckon. Then.
But then the advice you should have given was just stay here. Don't go anywhere.
No.
Centre Parks is peak.
Fuck, that is not peak.
That should be your regret in life. that you ever
Parks?
left Centre Parks?
No.
What a place.
For fuck's sake. Do the thing. My first proper fuck it moment was saying, hey, I'm going to quit my job and go do a season.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the first fuck it moment. And yeah, I would just say, yeah, do the thing.
It's funny, isn't it? Because at that age, you've got this weird mix of almost being a bit fearless, but also worrying a lot about whether you're going to mess up your life by not immediately getting into a career or finding the husband/wife and getting the house and because society tells you that's what you should do.
Well, I did a season pretty late.
So it's when you're most brave, most courageous.
Yeah, I went at 21.
Yeah,
so that was old. Quite late. So my first ski season was 21 and 22, yeah. So I went late. So I did 6 years of hospitality and events before, like 5-6 years of that before I did.
So you would tell your 18-year-old self, just go do it now.
Do the thing. Yeah, probably. Do it a bit earlier.
Mine is go to Ibiza.
Nice.
Because the first time I came to Ibiza, I was 27.
Yeah.
And I remember, obviously, life-changing holiday for many reasons that people know of. But I do remember that having like a little conversation with myself of like, why did I leave it this long? Like my best years that would have been here, I didn't do. But that's not a regret because my life would have been very different if I had.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't be here talking to you.
Probs not.
What's the key factor? I say we end on this one.
Okay, good. Yeah.
What is the key factor that has kept the two of you together as a couple all this time? I think we should end on that.
Going back to potato, vodka.
We're drunk all the time, guys.
Probably a level of mutual respect.
Mm-hmm.
And pride in each other on the things we do. We don't really have that like typical man does this, woman does this relationship. It's kind of we do what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that, I guess.
Yeah.
What would you say? I'm looking at you like
well, I think at its core, like we are just good friends.
Yeah.
And we do want like what's best for each other.
Yeah.
We just laugh. I think we always find an opportunity to have fun. I think sometimes relationships can become quite serious, and obviously they are in certain ways, but also like find an opportunity to laugh and have fun and do stupid things together. Like today we went on a hike. I think we went a little bit too early in the morning, which meant for the first hour we were hiking in the forest up a mountain in pitch black with nothing but our phones as lights. Like we're so unorganised. And I've had to add to my must buy before I go out a torch.
You had a torch.
Headlight.
You broke it last week.
Yeah, cool. So I have a broken torch.
Yeah,
but like doing things like that.
And we were just laughing through it.
We just laughed and we just like.
I feel like
had the sort of these little moments of like, I'm glad that we can just do some stupid shit together.
I feel like some people do the fun stuff with their friends, like all of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like they go out with their friends and do but like I think you have to do the fun stuff just you two as well. I don't know.
Well, our relationship was built on doing fun stuff. Like from day one, it was gigs and it was nights out and it was Ibiza. But some people, I think their relationship starts in a place where they're very serious, and so maybe it stays serious. I don't know, but for us, I mean, it's just our situation. But I think we always find an opportunity to have a laugh. And if too many days go by where we haven't done something a bit stupid and had a bit of a laugh together, then we'll find the time, we'll invest it to go, no, we should not forget that that's what this was built on.
Yeah.
And keep on building on it.
Keep something in the calendar.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, well, that's an hour.
Oh, right, now we're not going to talk for 3.
I know. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about the pod is we get this out of the way. I don't have to talk to you again for another week.
Well, then I'll see you next week.
All right, I'll see you next week.
Bye.